Hello and welcome to this next episode of GreenStuffWorld's Team Tutorials. Today I'm going to be working on a very simple method with this beautiful Shield Maiden bust from Claymore Miniatures. And you can see here we've started with a very soft Zenithal highlight from above using GreenStuffWorld Opaque White ink. This is a very important part of the process because this is going to set out our volumes for the first stages. And the first thing we're going to do is address the skin. And very gently, I'm applying a very thin layer of Nude Skin Dipping Ink. This has been thinned down probably 4:1 with water. I'm just going to gently stain the surface of the skin. This entire method today is about using transparent colours to stain the surfaces and relying on the Zenithal highlight previously to create our volumes and definition. Second stage for the flesh is using another GreenStuffWorld dipping ink. This time it's Seraphim Flesh. And I'm gently mapping out the dark areas or the shadow areas on the skin. This will help the recesses and the areas where shadow would naturally fall to be defined. Again, this is thinned down 4:1 with water. And just very gently working around and mapping out all our dark areas. This method's super simple. Moving on now to the hair on our Shield Maiden, and this is GreenStuffWorld transparent ink in brown with a tiny amount, probably 5 parts transparent brown to 1 part transparent yellow. This gives it just a little tinge of yellow in the hair, but predominantly brown. And again, you can see that that base layer Zenithal highlight, as this dries, would define all our shapes and volumes. Moving on quickly now to the helmet. You can see what I've done is I've actually gone through and marked out some sharper highlights using the Opaque White ink, the OSL White. And now I'm adding, very simply, GreenStuffWorld transparent yellow ink. This is thinned down about 4:1 again with water to make it ultra transparent. These inks are transparent straight from the bottle, but if you thin them down more, you can really make that Zenithal undercoat work for you. You'll see now as I start to work around this section, filling in the yellow, as this starts to dry, as I move on to the next section here, you'll see we're already very clearly defining our shadows and highlights. A really simple method to get fast contrast. Now we're going to come back in here now and using GreenStuffWorld transparent brown with a small amount, say 4 parts transparent brown and 1 part transparent orange, to give some warmth to the shadows. We're going to very gently tint the shadows. The shadows are predefined by the undercoat, don't forget. Nice and easy. Onto the plumes on the helmet. This is an interesting part. This is GreenStuffWorld transparent cold green, making sure that we get the application nice and even and into all the recesses and crevices. And again, once again, this is transparent, so as this dries, all that beautiful tonality that's there from the Zenithal undercoat will show through. Down onto the belt line, this is a small amount of transparent ochre mixed into our transparent brown again. This is probably 4 parts transparent brown, 1 part transparent ochre, very gently defining the leather on the belt. And all those little scratches and nicks in your undercoat will show through. Moving on to the tunic, this is again transparent cold green. You notice here I'm applying the ink and then spreading downwards, and then when we get down to the belt buckle, just a little upwards motion, so we cut in that edge nicely. You can really see here how that Zenithal highlight's creating the volumes for us as the ink starts to dry. Some areas I'll give 1 coat, some 2 coats if I want a stronger colour definition. And then onto the body armour section, this is really simply transparent turquoise. Again from the GreenStuffWorld new acrylic ink range. This is a particularly strong colour, so again 4:1 mixed down with water. You can use all these transparent inks straight from the bottle, but I'm mixing these down with water, so we're creating a stain effect. And sometimes 2 layers are required to get the definition of the colour. This is a really easy way. There we go. Added the owl afterwards off camera. See how fast that is and see how important that undercoat is. Showing through the transparency, giving beautiful definition, basic colour layout, ready for some detailing. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the footage. I'll be back again soon. Thanks.